I'm Jay from the Kubz, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We are in the middle of Clash Trial 4 right now. Thank you guys so much for 50,000 likes. Every time we hit that big 50, I'm already locked in, ready to go. 50,000 more likes, and we are going to continue the story of Danganronpa. But we got a Clash Trial to figure out right now. If you guys cool with that, you down with that? Everybody get ready and buckle up, because here we go! Oh, this is where I saved? If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds. 2? Yeah, 2.
That's
not
right.
3, not 4,
she
but
had
2.
2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
You guys heard it here first. Hiro only hit it once.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that?
Oh no,
She's
it's
from
Toko,
some
isn't
cuts
it?
on her head.
She's sweating bullets. She's sweating ass. She got swamp ass.
She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
Toko, say it ain't so.
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
And what is that, Kyoko? Let me rub my chin pubes
Once
of
you
justice.
understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Oh yeah, because it weighs like twice as much as 1 Monokuma bottle. The weight of it.
Think back.
It's like big balls
After
when
the
you just drag on
incident,
the floor. There's so
there
much
were
weight.
4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Yes.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were
Toko's
6
sus.
bottles?
Toko's maximum sausage.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
They all had a chess piece. The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be, it's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Oh, so we're gonna do another... Oh, Hangman's gambit. Oh, okay, sweet. Chess piece. There you go. P. Oh, whoops. Okay, the first letter is C. As in, come see me in my office right now. I need an E. I'd like to buy a vowel, please. I need an S for thank you very much. And then I need a P for please excuse my... Oh, give me that E. And then I need another E. What if you can't spell? Like, what if you can't even read? How are you supposed to complete this?
Now I understand.
Well, I guess you can't complete this game if you can't read. Or maybe you could just... I don't know. You can't play this if you can't read.
That's it. The chess pieces.
Yes, sir.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Okay, so what? A queen's missing and a knight?
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
Yeah.
So, what's that matter?
Toko, why? Why is it you? I like Toko.
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king,
The rook, the
queen,
knight, the bishop, and the
rook,
pawn.
Knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Where did that other chess piece go?
Yeah,
Did the killer stick it up their ass?
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
You sure about that, big dog?
Could have disappeared
Well, I guess you're a little
anytime
dog.
Before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
I hate that they won't just tell you. Like, they speak in riddles. Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was broken, it was completely intact, it was broken. Duh. Because it was also with the other bottle, that's why it weighed so much.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
We weighed that bitch. It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proved that is, Kyoko and I figured it out before. The weights. The weight of the world is resting on your shoulders, my good man. I just gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm too excited right now. I'm too hyped for this case. Look at that.
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Yeah, because Hiro hit Sakura once, and then let's say it's Toko, right? Because I'm starting to think that it's Toko. If Toko was like, okay, Hiro only hit her once, so I gotta make it look like she only got attacked once, then I'm gonna use 2 bottles, but I'm gonna take one of the chess pieces, so it looks like only 1 bottle was broken. But Kyoko and Makoto are smarter than everybody else, brought out a full-blown scale and actually weighed that whole thing. There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by some bowling aficionados, Sakura's second attacker. Yeah. Bowling aficionados? What in the world? These choices are weird.
The second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack. So they had
Isn't
to
that
get
what I
rid of
just
their
said?
evidence.
Isn't that what your boy just said? Tell me I'm
From
wrong.
there, we
Tell
can
me I
conclude
didn't just
that
say
it
that and I
wasn't
found a
Hiro who
liar.
delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Oh no!
And there's the matter of the magazine.
Kyoko
You
knows
must
who
have
it
been
is!
in the rec room when the incident took place.
I don't want it to be Toko!
I admit, maybe there was a second
Oh
step, but
man! I'm sad
no
now!
evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
So it's between them two, and I'm starting to think that it's Toko now.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
I honestly thought he would be one of the first people to die.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Oh yeah, what's that, Hiro?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever.
Okay.
So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
The locker.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
So Kyoko thinks that it's Toko that did it.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Yes, I would like to hear it because I don't want to mess this up. The moment of truth. No, is it really? It's the moment of truth? Already, dude. And I'm doing one of the ones that I don't even like. I'm not really the biggest fan of this one. I forgot how to reload. Okay, I got reloaded. Woo! Woo! Okay. Yeah. Si, senor. Ay. Boom. Yes, get it. Come on, Toko. Don't be guilty. Damn, that was easy.
That's it. No.
Okay, what do I do? Get her! Bam! Give it some! I'm sorry, Toko. I just got hyped in the moment. I'm sorry that it was you.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking.
Why though? If I was
Does
scared,
this
I would just
handprint
put my
look
hands like
familiar,
right here or
Toko?
to the side or on my face or I don't know.
It doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yikes. Ah, that's a guilty Kiao right there.
Stop
That's the
wasting
guiltiest
my
Kiao that I've ever heard.
Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Damn it.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Why, Toko?
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Oh no.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Okay, before we continue, something that is highly improbable, but totally possible, just crossed my mind. Let's see if Detective J is in the building. Let's see if Phoenix Wright would pat me on the head by how proud he is of me. So this is what I'm thinking. Hiro thought that he killed Sakura at first, right? And then now Toko's saying that she probably killed Sakura. What if to end all of this, Sakura drank the poison and they thought they killed her? But in reality, Sakura's the one who did it to herself. That is my theory. I'm gonna stick with it. Let's see if I'm right. Hopefully I
didn't
am.
know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
That's super awkward, dude.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
Okay. Oh man, I have no more drink in my bottle.
But when
Damn
you
it.
did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Clumsy ass.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Whoa,
there was
just the head?
Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
That actually looks sick.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Oh, her. Genocide Jill. Her? You mean...
Guess who's back?
Haha!
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Whoever's the voice actress of Toko and Genocide Jill.
everywhere! I
Great
was
job.
not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise.
Also, if it's the same voice actress, great job. Great job!
I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence.
Wait,
didn't
so
you?
it was Genocide Jill?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Damn it!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Why couldn't it have been Hero?
Just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hero's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No!
No, not quite yet.
Wait, don't tell me it's Hina.
Huh?
Don't tell me it's Owie Owie Owie.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... We will find out right now, Makoto. Because even I don't know. I'm sticking to my theory, though, that Sakura did it to herself. Because she wanted to end this all. But then Hiro and Genocide Jill thought that they did it.
Sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me.
Yeah?
I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
Sure.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
Wait, what about the yellow powder?
Place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No. Dang it! So if the second shot from Toko is what killed Sakura, then the problem is, where did Sakura die? It was,
I was just sleeping peacefully.
status of Sakura's body. So we gotta shoot the bullet at the very last one. And let me slow down time for the one time and take that. Bam! Give me some! Phoenix, right! No, me!
We found
I'm the real
Sakura
detective
sitting
here.
upright in
I'm
a
the real
chair.
lawyer. I smacked that shit up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Blow by
sorry.
the shelf was the cause of death. There's no explanation why she was in that chair.
You know what I just realized? Phoenix Wright is a lawyer, but he does the investigating as well.
So,
You know, who
you
cares?
finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. All the blood in front of the thing, right there.
I got it!
Sorry, I forgot all the
Sakura
evidence
was
that we
definitely
gathered.
attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it.
But Sakura's
Because when I
big.
hit her, she was
Like,
sitting
big
in the
as
chair.
hell. There's no way.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Exactly.
There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I saw it for myself. I was in the locker was too small. I saw it for myself?
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
Yeah, and it was already open. See?
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
She wasn't even in the room.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Nope.
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed
The
her.
poison.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... Yep, I'm sticking with it, guys. The powder on her foot, the Chem lab investigation where we gathered evidence there, that's gotta be it. So the bullet is probably yellow powder. So let me lock that thing in.
What
Here
was
we
it
go.
that killed Ogre?
And let's figure out which one we're gonna shoot it
From
at.
Genocide Jill's attack. And what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
You sure about
What
that?
killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Wait, dang it. That wasn't it. My bad.
There's no other possible cause that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her.
Yes!
No,
Okay.
it's wrong.
I wasn't sure about that one. But damn. Good job, Jay. Yes. I high-fived myself. I did.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
You guys know I'm cornier than a farmer
I
shit.
think
Let's
we
be
can
real.
assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Uh-huh.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
All right, now I'm starting to think that you did it.
If that's
With
all
these
it was,
weak-ass
the file
freaking
wouldn't have
theories.
specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Wait, was it Hina?
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Because she was the one who gave Sakura the candy.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
I agree.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
Please.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
C9.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
How did Sakura drink an entire bottle?
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
It was from shelf C, but ended up in shelf A where the protein
In
powder
section
was.
A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal
That's
chemicals.
how you say reagents? I have been calling it regents.
And that's where the poison came from?
I'm a dumb shat.
Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the other supplements. I'm positive. It was in section A!
Done!
As in A!
Poison was
That
actually
easy.
in section A, wasn't it?
But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Yeah, that's because somebody moved it, dumbass.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
It's the protein powder.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
It went into the protein bottle. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been... Could it be? Yes, it could be, Makoto. Don't answer questions with questions. Hangman's gambit? Again? Okay, what would this be? Poison what? Okay. Oh, wait, no, that's not poison. Oh, protein. Okay. Hold on, let's see. R. And then T. I need a T, please. as in time to give me that damn tea. E as in Where the hell's the E? Where's the E? Hey, where's that damn E? It's behind the N? Like, is you serious right now, big dog? And as in never do that shit again. I need the D. As in this better hurry up. There we go. What? Bro, I can't stand it. That's why N as in incredible. Incredible job,
Now I understand.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Must have been poured into the protein.
I'm sorry, guys.
If
I'm
the
having way too much
protein's in
fun.
the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. A cup filled with water, a Monokuma bottle, a protein drink.
I got it!
Come on now.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains.
Oh, the irony.
So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced
Just say the
two
frickin'
materials
name!
was left in the chem lab for anyone
Damn!
to see.
So tired of these people being so freaking cryptic. The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be. It must be what we found in front of the shelf. Oh, the polka dot candy wrapper? Right? He said the evidence was in the chem lab, right? Oh, whoops. My bad. Oopsies. I thought you meant in front of the magazines. Okay. The footprints. Give me that.
I got it!
My bad, guys.
Footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
I thought he meant in front of the shelf in the rec room, like the magazines. I was like, what was there besides blood?
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Big ass feet. Big old clown
I
feet.
visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Who is it?
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who—
Yeah, that's true.
It was me.
Who? No!
Prince. They're mine.
There's no way it was you!
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
No, there's no way she killed her. I was like thinking that it could have been her because of the candy wrapper stuff and the fact that she kept saying, hey, let's vote right now. But it really is her?
Ogre's killer was...
She a stone cold killer?
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Oh my god!
Just as I suspected.
No!
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
Oh my god, guys. Dude. That was like her best
The
friend!
only people here who wear sneakers are—
No loyalty here. Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are Makoto and Hina, Makoto and Byakuya, Makoto and Hina.
I got it!
And it's definitely not Makoto, because we're playing as him.
The
We know we
only
didn't do that.
Oh, so Byakuya. That
I don't care if his name's
explains why
Byakuya. I'm calling him Byakuya. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No? Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Yikes!
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it too.
What about it can't you
This
believe?
sucks.
Well, it's just... The two of them were so close.
That's why it's so crazy. They were best friends and she killed her best friend.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her.
Wow.
She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
That's terrible.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me I was...
Oh, that's terrible.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it. All at once.
Yeah, she straight up went, look.
And then...
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
What?
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves, just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
What's that?
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well... that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit.
This is
There's
crazy.
no way you can doubt this.
This is crazy, everybody.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't
Wow.
want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
It's like first you think it's one, then the other, then your mother. It's like, who did it?
What doesn't fit?
Who killed her?
Why would
Shit, at
someone
this
leave
point, I
such
think
a
I
clear
killed her.
clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Okay, now she's like stumbling on her words. I don't even know if she did it now.
You didn't notice?
I'm so
Yeah,
confused. I have a
that's just
headache.
how it was.
I wish there was
What
water
did I
inside
do?
here. There's something on.
Listen, Hina.
Ah.
Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
It's because she likes Makoto or something?
Waste your
She
time
did it for
if you
Makoto,
like.
but
it's
not
clear
Kyoko?
that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Shut up one time,
Go
please.
ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Uh-huh.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder. And that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
It smells like that familiar smell we've smelled before, hasn't
First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
it? Still smell it, guys. Smells like that bull.
Meaning you went from
like that
Section
bull!
C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But it only showed footprints going to Section A. But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Makoto's growing on me. I didn't like him at first because I thought he was a little bitch boy. But you know what? He just wants the truth. And he's looking out for his friends. Let's see what bullets we got. Footprints in the powder. Source of the powder? Yeah, footprints in the powder.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section...
Nope. I don't think so.
No, it's wrong.
I'm just getting too good. I deserve a Nobel Prize for
You
this.
said you went to get the poison from section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to
Yeah,
section
they were
A.
salsa dancing all around section A and that's it.
That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Yeah.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
I have no idea. Why is she even confessing to something she didn't do? That means everybody will die.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
That don't make no sense.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? How do you just bring some new evidence out of nowhere?
New evidence?
Share it with the class.
Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Oh yeah?
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you found some evidence and you think you know something, share it with everybody!
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Wait, what does that mean though?
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure that out.
Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Why? You're already talking!
Huh?
Me?
She's already talking, why don't she explain it?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
If she knew what it meant, then just explain it already. Why you gotta have Makoto explain it? This game sometimes, man. The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue. The bottle of poison, the rec room window.
I got it!
Okay, that wasn't so bad.
It's part of the window from the rec room
But
door,
still, you guys know what I mean, right?
right? Window?
I mean, I'm sorry to be all bitchy and whiny, but come on, Kyoko, come on!
The window we broke to
me!
get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
Yeah.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
What's that?
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, section C of the shelf, the rec room locker, section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
Pretty much.
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Okay, I am so confused now. I have no idea who did it. I'm sticking with my Sakura did it herself theory. I'm sticking with that. I'm not blaming anybody no more. So let's see what bullet we gotta
When
do.
it comes to that protein can,
We have source of the
there's not a
powder.
doubt in my mind.
Source of the powder? Okay.
Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted
Wait, I only have
there
4
until
minutes
we
to
got
answer
the
this shit?
door open?
Oh no.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Oh, nope, that's not it. Okay. What Kyoko said doesn't make any sense to you either, right? My inferences are never wrong. You know what? It's gotta be the empty protein drink bullet. So let me slow down time.
It was in there before.
Yes! Okay. Damn, that took me a million tries. Yikes. I'm embarrassed about that one. That one took me forever.
You remember how there was broken
Ugh.
glass scattered all around the
I just
room?
want to throw
right?
up in my mouth.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
So that means somebody definitely did it.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
Okay, so Sakura didn't do it.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
Yeah,
As
it
long
has.
as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
I was right!
Precisely. She was alone in a locked
Oh, I
room.
was right!
All she had was the
That doesn't
poison.
make it good, because
What
I
other
feel so bad for
possibility is there?
Sakura.
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
I feel so bad for her.
Such a ridiculous
I hate being right
fictionist.
about that.
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
What?
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
Yeah.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been... Well, maybe it's Sakura. It's either Sakura or Hina. Nope, that's right, I killed Sakura. No, it's Sakura. Sorry, I thought the person who brought the bottle back. Okay, you know what? It's Sakura.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Okay, let's make her accept it. I hate that I was right. That was my theory, the moment of truth. Okay, so this is it. Okay, we got this, guys.
You're a liar!
I don't really like this one, but, you know, it's easy, it's interactive, easy, breezy, beautiful Cavagale. So, let's keep doing this. Yeah.
You're a liar! Wrong!
I'm a liar.
You're wrong.
Your mom's a liar. Your dad's a liar.
I hate
Hey.
You're a liar.
Hey. Ooh. Hey. Give me some.
Wrong.
Boom.
You're wrong.
Boom.
I'm telling you, I did it.
Shut up! I'm not even focused on her, and I'm still focused on her.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
The powder. BAM! In your freaking face! It was on her shoe! Totally forgot about it, but it came back to my mind. I remembered it earlier in the
Did you
episode,
know
then I
that
forgot about it because
Sakura's
all the things
foot
that
had
happened.
a
Let me shut
certain
up.
yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Yes, my favorite part? Wait. Oh, we can actually choose her dead body? Okay.
Here's my answer.
Do you have anything to say about that, Sakura? I'm kidding.
It was Sakura herself.
That's terrible.
What? The killer was Sakura?
So are we just gonna, like, awaken her dead body and then execute her?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up.
Anyone who hasn't seen this series before and is going through it the first time like I am, who called it? Who called it? Raise your hand.
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Monokuma forced her into the locked room. Sakura wanted to create the locked room. Byakuya created the locked room in secret. She wanted to create
I
it.
got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
That's sad.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
But why? You would have died anyway. And then everybody else would have got killed.
You stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Whoa! Ogre? Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed? I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide.
How is this gonna work?
In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence.
Is
And
Hina
yes,
gonna get in trouble?
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No!
Yes, 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 yes!
I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Full time? Oh. Yes! I love this part! It's my favorite part! Let's freaking go! Okay, let's go to number 1. So, Sakura places the notes under the door. I love this part, guys. This is my favorite song. Okay, hold on. Place that, because Sakura placed a note to Hiro and to Toko. In Act 2, she heard somebody coming, which was Hiro. So she hid in the locker, right? Is that what it was? She hid in the locker, and then Hiro comes in, and then they start fighting, I guess? So what does Hiro do? Hiro picks up... No. Hiro picks up a bottle, or he gives her some candy. Is that what he does? Nah, wait. That don't make no sense. Hold on. That doesn't make any freaking sense. This one. He smashes the bottle onto her head, baby. And then he writes Toko's name in blood. He runs away! Look at him running away like that. So, Toko... Let's see what she does. Toko comes out of the locker? Is that? Or is that her leaving or coming out of the locker? So Toko puts the magazine back on the shelf, but it's upside down. Sakura wakes up, and then Toko notices her. Genocide Jill comes out. She grabs a bottle. She smashes the queen over the head. She stands over her body with that tongue out. You know what that tongue freaking do? And then Sakura's head's bleeding. And what's she gonna do? She sees the poison, and then she ends up chugging it. Chug-a-lugs. Act 6 is when we all come in, and then we see the poison on the floor, right? So, hold on. She puts this inside of her pocket, and then... Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait, no. She puts the protein there, and then puts the bottle right there. If I'm right, I am a G. I am so G, I'm H.
This case began when Sakura asked a number
I don't even think I got
of
any of
people
them
to
wrong.
meet
What? No! I got the first one wrong? Okay, my bad. It was this.
Here's
I'm
exactly what
so
happened.
dumb. So I'm not a G. I'm not H. I don't know what I am.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
So dumb. I'm an idiot.
Specifically, Those people were Hiro, Toko, and the
I was so excited I didn't think it through.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Yes, cha-ching!
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Love this comic book style. Mwah.
Then,
Mwah,
from inside the
mwah,
locker,
mwah,
she saw
mwah.
Sakura enter the room.
Sakura is
Next to
just
arrive was
chilling
Hiro.
with those beefy arms.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Yep.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
And the way he
But
ran
of course,
away.
Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
But she put it upside down.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken
She ran away
Monokuma
like that
bottle
too.
shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Nice.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the Chem lab. She
Aww.
turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture.
That's so sad.
And there, she took her final breath.
Poor Sakura.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
Wait, why is Hina
Someone
looking like the
already knew
villain
what
that's
had
in all the comic book
Knew that
strips?
she had committed
Is something gonna happen to her?
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
Why would you do that? Even Makoto's sad. Look at him.
was you, Hina.
Oh, this whole thing is terrible.
That's the full truth of the case.
But at least, hopefully, nobody gets punished.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because he got big balls.
Oh, well, I mean,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, It'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Wow. What did we get? I got an A again? Whatever. A. I thought I would at least get A+. I kind of nailed that.
Okay, I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
Well, because this is pretty unique.
I can feel my energy.
I guess we all vote for
draining
Sakura.
out of me.
And I guess we just cremate her? Like, we just, like, kill her
Well,
again?
Whatever.
I don't know.
You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote.
Don't tell me that he's gonna do something to Sakura's body.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
If that's what's gonna happen, this game is the most messed up thing I've ever played.
What's it gonna be?
Oh, okay. Well, we really do have to vote. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah! It was Sakura, who's already dead. Woohoo. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My
Okay, we're done
entire-
here.
What
So
did you
that's
say?
the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why I couldn't let her be the only one that died. You don't mean you were gonna take all of us with you? We have to atone for our sins because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. We're serious?
What is
You still
this?
don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No.
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't
my closest
forgive
friend
this.
got hurt. Sakura,
I...
because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. She asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you... Hina, please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're
friends.
Aww. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet... I know, Bop. Another Bop. And then poison. You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
what are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That is so sad. She just wanted to talk to them, and they're all hitting her with bottles. That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you? Hina, you came. Wait right here. I'll help you out. Hina. Huh? I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Okay, I'll let you say it, Sakura.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please! Open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina, we killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is
What
this?
did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking. Cause her and me.
In other
Well,
words...
what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note, Sakura suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
Huh?
What? Then... You lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. I can't help it if you actually took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna
I'm glad
do?
you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But
And isn't it
hold
just
on.
so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem! My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the Mastermind came to see me.
You see, the Mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it.
So we just gonna take turns reading each other's lines?
That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the Mastermind.
And what the Mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
No, Sakura, you gotta say murder. They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the Mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The Mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the Mastermind. She wrote all this on one piece of paper? And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
Dang, she died thinking that everybody hated her. I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save
Damn,
you,
that gave me the chills.
then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then, Sakura didn't feel cornered? She didn't die hating us?
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
She would have at least had to write front and back. The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. That is the path that I have chosen. That is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Wow.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna
But in
do?
the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Say what? Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. What? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else. What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me
There's no
repeat
point in
myself.
participating in a game which has lost the sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the Mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? Huh, how boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
Fun time? Anyway, let's forget about the good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to
It's the
punish
moment
you
you've
guys?
all been waiting for. Punishment time!
what?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna... Is it me? Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blacken is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest? Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time! I have no idea what's about to... No! He found the computer? No! Oh! Damn! He found the computer that was gonna help them get out of there. Aww. He doesn't even know what's going on. Excavator destroyer. Oh. Oh. I hate this game. I hate this game! Come on, Monokuma. Probably getting turned on by all this. Jeez. Okay. Well, dang, I don't know what happened because Makoto plugged in the computer to a secret network, right? So, how are they gonna get the information? You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk! Whew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at, and I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. This guy is such a freaking titty twister.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. Poor alter ego. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend! And you killed him! Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
You finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you
You
thinking?
knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey.
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to
I
help.
want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
Very
Experiencing a
nice.
meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset.
Well...
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go! Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the Mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is, the Mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy! That was a close one. Another word and we would have been in hip-deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? Can't just stop at the most important bit? It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys...
That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve! Fine, but at least, Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But,
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser! Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the Mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you? Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well...
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Woohoo! Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The Mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The Mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us? I mean, did the Mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Ball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are, sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, no, no,
Hey,
no!
stop fighting with Master! You're making me jealous! I want the abuse, give and take me! I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Damn. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. I feel like I called it in the beginning of the episode, but I'm not happy about that because of what happened to Sakura. Thank you guys all so much for tuning into the series. 50,000 likes, and we are going to continue the story of Danganronpa. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Clash Trial episode. If you did, make sure you give it one big fat like. And tell a friend today that Jay from the Kubz Scouts is that dude!